Good morning, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jean-Christophe Juillard. I am Nexans Chief Financial Officer. After Chris' presentation on the need to change, and the previous one from my colleagues on what and how to change, I would like now to share with you the financial impact of this strategy and detail our new financial trajectory. Here starts the journey. I will first spend a minute or two on where we stand, 2 years into our 2019-2021 plan. I will also give you an overview of our 2024 ambitions. Then I will explain why amplifying our electrification portfolio makes a lot of sense financially for Nexans. And I will show you how we intend to create more value. As M&A will be a key aspect of our new financial trajectory, I will go over our process and what we will be focusing on. Finally, I will explain our path to our 2024 financial commitments and explain our cash flow allocation. But before moving to 2024, let's spend a minute on where we stand against our commitment taken 2 years ago. Well, we can say that without the terrible impact of the COVID-19 pandemic, our 2021 targets would have been achieved. But again, because of the global recession due to COVID, our plan is now pushed by 1 year. If you recall, late 2018, we committed on 3 financial metrics: EBITDA, return on capital employed, and free cash flow. Let's take them one by one. First, EBITDA. Our target was to achieve 530 million euros in 2021. I announced this morning a range from 410 million to 450 million euros for this year, considering, of course, scope changes and the fact all businesses of Nexans have not yet fully recovered from COVID. Now, I confirm that the 2018 EBITDA commitment will be delivered in 2022. Second, importantly, we committed on achieving 15% return on capital employed, with a target range of 12.5 to 14.5%, as I announced this morning. We will be very close this year. I am now confident we will exceed the 2022 ROCE target. Finally, we said 2 things on free cash flow. First, that we would reach 200 million cash generation by 2021. As I said, with COVID impacting our revenues, this is postponed by 1 year. We also said that we would deliver 200 million of free cash flow over the 3 years of the plan. Thanks to SHIFT, disciplined execution, and despite COVID, we are very close from achieving our objective in 2020. So I am highly confident we will exceed the target of 200 million euros cumulative free cash flow in 2021. My main message here is that 2 years ago, we committed to a deep transformation of the company with strong financial commitments. I am happily reporting today that we are well on track to achieve what we say we would achieve. Now, let's move to our financial commitments for the next strategic phase of Nexans, meaning the period from 2022 to 2024. As Chris and my colleagues have explained this afternoon, we will move the company to pure electrification. The big question is, of course, what does this mean in terms of financial? Well, it means first, as you can see, we will not target sales growth. Nexans sales will only moderately grow from roughly 6 billion today to something between 6 to 7 billion euros by 2024. However, the structure of our revenues will drastically change. Today, the electrification part of the business amounts to about 3 billion euros. We will grow that part organically to about 3.5 billion euros by 2024. Then our businesses in Industry Solutions and Telecom will be replaced by about 2 to 3 billion euros of new electrification businesses by 2024. This is what you see in yellow in the graph. During the same period, we will reduce the sales of the metallurgy business from 1 billion euro to roughly €500 million. Why? Because if we see metallurgy as a critical business, it is dilutive in terms of margin for the group. So we will make sure that we serve Nexans needs first and then reduce significantly external sales to cap the dilutive effect. What does this rotation of assets imply? It means we will simplify the portfolio, focus our resources, and scale up in value. In terms of financial performance, we will take two separate commitments. First, improve our ratios on our existing electrification business. We are committed at Nexans to grow EBITDA as percentage of sales from a range of 8 to 10% to a range of 11 to 13% by 2024. This is a 3-point increase. Further in the presentation, I will demonstrate how we get there. In terms of cash conversion, we will move from a 30% normalized cash conversion rate in 2021 to a ratio above 40% in 2024. Return on capital employed will also increase significantly, from about 15% in 2021 to above 20% in 2024. These are the commitments of Nexans for 2024 based on what we own today, meaning our existing electrification portfolio. As we've done in the past, we will put in place strict but sustainable management measures to monitor and report the progress on each indicator. Additionally, we said we will rotate the portfolio towards full electrification, replacing Industry Solutions and Telecom businesses by 2 to 3 billion of new electrification sales. this is what we call inorganic transformation. It will be accretive for Nexans thanks to Shift and the expected synergies. You see here the ratio for the group in 2024. They will improve as follows. EBITDA margin will expand from a range from 6.5 to 8% in 2021 to a range between 10% to 12% by 2024. Again, later in the presentation, I will explain how we will achieve that. At the same time, we will roughly double the normalized cash conversion rate and exceed 40%. We will not commit at that stage on return on capital employed for the group in 2024, as it will depend on acquisition multiple. While we're committing to the growth, to the M&A, and to the swap of assets, we must also ensure that Nexans will not grow and transform itself at any cost. As you can see here, we will remain disciplined, and we will maintain several strict ratios to protect our balance sheet. First, operating working capital will not exceed 6% of current sales. Second, maintenance capex on standard sales will not exceed 2.5%. And finally, our net leverage will never exceed 2.5 times EBITDA. These are Nexans' financial commitments for 2024. Today, as Chris said before, all Nexans businesses are good businesses. So why choose full electrification? First, as you can see, in 2020, electrification is a significant part of Nexans. It represents roughly 55% of our sales, but 66% of the EBITDA. And with 77% of the capex for the last 3 years, electrification is where Nexans has been highly investing. Also, as you can see, on all our key financial metrics, electrification is always more accretive. ROCE in electrification is 200 basis points above other cable businesses. Cash conversion is 500 basis points better for electrification, mainly thanks to lower working capital needs. Finally, EBITDA margin is also accretive, and we intend to further improve this margin with the deployment of Shift Prime. If you recall the summary page at the beginning of the presentation, we made a commitment on the existing electrification to increase EBITDA margin by 300 basis points, from 8 to 10% today to 11 to 13% by 2024. Let me now explain how we will achieve that. As you can see, we intend to boost EBITDA by 150 million euros over the 3 years of the plan. We have 4 main actions on how to achieve that. First, we will continue to streamline our cost base and improve our industrial performance to cope with inflation. We expect 15 million euros from these actions. Second, EBITDA growth will come through additional volume from the building and utilities businesses, and also the ramp-up of Charleston and Aurora in the subsea business. we expect 50 million euros from this. Third, shift. With pricing improvement through innovation, as well as better selectivity of our customers, and also reduced complexity. 40 million euros will be achieved with shift. Fourth and final, we will invest strategic capex in our subsea business to increase capacity by 2 additional lines of production. Those 2 lines will contribute 45 million EBITDA by 2024. This is how we will improve Nexans EBITDA margin to reach between 11 to 13% by 2024. As we did in our previous equity story, we will also commit to deliver our achievement on a year-by-year basis. As you can see, for each of the first 3 pillars, the growth is quite linear. We are getting in about 1/3 of the target every year. The exception is the strategic capex, where obviously due to the construction timeline, capacity will not be available before the last year of the plan, 2024. That's the phasing we are committing on. From 2022, I will be reporting to you every 6 months during our financial communication on how we are progressing on our action plan. After the roadmap on how to improve our current electrification business, let's now turn to the next big part of our equity story, the rotation of our businesses for Nexans to become a pure electrification player, and where this will take us by 2024. As explained earlier, a critical part of our plan is to rotate our portfolio to pure electrification. By 2024, we will have divested roughly 2 billion euros of sales. They will be replaced by M&A for 2 to 3 billion euros of new electrification sales. The way we approach M&A is critical. Our M&A strategy is focusing on, first, transformative consolidation, meaning large assets that will generate scale effects and synergies. But also bolt-on innovation that will complete our electrification offer and enable Nexans to scale up with a new value proposition. Our aim is, of course, to seek incremental growth with higher margin for the bolt-on acquisition and accretive cash flows for the large consolidation. Let's have a look now at Nexans' financial trajectory, 2021 to 2024, and how we intend to amplify value creation. A key commitment we are making today is to expand Nexans' EBITDA margin by 3 to 4 points by 2024. I explained previously how we will reach the first step, the scale-up on our existing electrification business, which is the 150 million euros explained in the previous bridge. I also talked earlier in the presentation about the reduction of the sales of the metallurgy portfolio and how this will improve the margin percentage of Nexans. We estimate this improvement to represent about 50 basis points. The rest of the equity story is based on asset swap, divesting the non-electrification businesses and replacing them by new electrification assets. We expect that this rotation will improve margin by about 100 basis points. With a disciplined and focused execution of our plan, we are confident Nexans will achieve the global target of 10 to 12% EBITDA margin by 2024. Finally, the key remaining question is how are we going to allocate the cash flow generated during the period? Let me take you through that. Our equity story, the way it is built, the commitments we are taking, will generate about 500 to 600 million euros of cash over the 3 years of the plan. Before M&A, we propose to allocate the cash flow according to 3 main buckets. The first bucket is a strategic capex investment discussed earlier, which will represent about 40 to 50% of the total cash flow of the company. This strategic capex is mainly the new capacity in the high voltage subsea business, as explained by Ragnhild earlier. Next, we plan to allocate a fair part of the cash flow generation to shareholders through dividend payments. Nexans has not been consistent in paying dividends to shareholders in the past. This period is over. We are committed to allocate between 150 to 170 million euros of the cash flow generation to dividends, with a minimum payout ratio of 20% each year. Finally, the remaining part of the cash flow will be used to further reduce the company's debt. And pre-M&A, we are targeting that by 2024, Nexans will be debt-free. So, with a debt-free balance sheet, and without adding a leverage of 2.5 times EBITDA, the estimated firepower for M&A of Nexans goes up to 2 billion euros. And on top of this already significant liquidity, we will have the cash coming from the divestments. Altogether, cash available will be between 2.5 to 3 billion euros. I hope I have clearly demonstrated how we intend to grow the financial performance of our company and showed you the key financial target that we aim to achieve over the next 3 years. To conclude, the 3 key messages are: 1, we will rotate our assets to become a pure electrification player, while at the same time, we are committed to materially improve our existing electrification assets. Improving our existing electrification assets by delivering 150 million euros of additional EBITDA over the 3 years of the plan. And again, this is before M&A. 2, we will scale up and improve our EBITDA margin by 400 basis points. We'll do that while reaching a cash conversion rate above 40%. 3, we will preserve our balance sheet with a strict and disciplined approach, while at the same time financing capex and M&A and ensuring a fair return to our shareholders. I will conclude my presentation by saying the following. The return of your trust and support over the past 2 years has been a critical step for Nexans. We achieved this by delivering on our commitments. We will continue to do so. Thank you.